think we are live. Are we live? Yes, we are live. Good evening from Kawasaki. I just crossed the bridge from Tokyo, and tonight I will take a walk around some quiet neighborhoods here in Kawasaki. Nice little shrine here. Beautiful. This is an interesting sculpture. Is everything working? How's the image quality? I'm still experimenting with this app called Streamlabs. I'm trying to get to know it and figure out if it's worth paying for. So if you have any concerns regarding the image quality or anything else, please let me know. But here on my end it looks very nice actually. And this stream should be in 1080p as well. So if it's not 1080p, try setting it manually to 1080p for best image quality. Hi Lucas, hi Ari, hi Anime-chan. Wow, great that so many of my loyal fans could make it on such short notice. So one thing that is a bit weird with this phone that I'm using right now is that the white balance tend to jump all over the place at night. I think I can set that manually. Let's see if it works out fine or if I need to do that. This is my regular phone, the OnePlus 8 Pro. Yesterday I tried streaming from a different phone, a slightly older iPhone, but I think for night filming then this one is much better. That's good to hear that you. The nice thing is that there's no narration, but it's nice to narrate once in a while. Yeah, so usually in my live stream, I tend to talk quite a lot. But in my regular videos, I'm very quiet. So I will try walking along this little shopping street. And then I honestly have no idea where to go, so I will just explore around here a little bit. Good to hear that you enjoy the narration. What do you think about Japanese PM resignation? I think that's the best thing that has happened to Japan in a long time. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a fan at all of him, so it's about time. But I'm afraid that his replacement might be even worse, so we'll see. How much time does it usually take you to go home after ending stream? Well, that depends entirely on where I stream, but right now I'm close to my home, so shouldn't take too long. I don't plan to go anywhere far. That's why I'm doing it here today, because I started so late. It's already like 8 o'clock over here. But I mean, like yesterday I streamed from Akihabara, and from there it takes me about 45 minutes to go home. If I'm in Ueno or Asakusa, for example, then it's like more like 1 hour. No, I'm not Japanese. Someone asked me if I'm Japanese, but that's not the case. I am Swedish. Cold? No, not cold. Where is Shibuya? Go to Google Maps and type in Shibuya and we will find out. I wonder why someone's saying Kawasaki is dangerous. Well, Kawasaki has a kind of poor image. Japanese people often say that it's dangerous, but I mean, as far as I know, it's just as safe as anywhere else in Japan. Maybe it used to be a bit rough back in the days, and that image maybe sticks with it, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing like, I mean, compared to most Western countries or anywhere in Europe, then yeah, there's not really anywhere in Japan that is dangerous. When does the store usually close? It really depends on the store. The supermarkets, I think, are open pretty late, until maybe 11 or even midnight. Is it near the beach? No, this is not near any beach. This is just next to the border to Tokyo, near Futakotamagawa station. 夜ご飯食べましたか？はい、もう食べました。お腹パンパン。What do you think about Abe's resignation? Well, I just answered that question. So I think now we're getting to the more quieter parts, and it is a bit windy, so hope it's not too distracting for you. It's about 8:25 in the evening right now. Is it difficult for foreigners to get a gym membership there? No, I don't think so. Never heard of anyone having problems doing that. Nihongo 読めますよ。日本語も英語もスウェーデン語もドイツ語も大丈夫です。Since you're marrying a Japanese, any intention to apply for Japan citizenship? No, not really. Don't see any reason. I kind of like being a Swedish citizen, and Japan doesn't accept dual citizenships, so no. こんばんは、東京から見てます。川崎なんてディープなんですね。まあね、この辺はあんまりディープなところではないと思います。これはなんか二子玉川から10分歩きましたから。Usually in 4K when filming in dark areas the image gets pretty grainy. Yeah, you need very good and expensive equipment if you want to shoot clear 4K images at night. How about this? Is it grainy? It looks really good actually on my screen here. How's the weather at night right now? Very comfortable. Very comfortable. It's let's see the temperature. Let's see. Where's the weather app? There we go. So it is 30 degrees right now. Feels like 36. Quite humid, but yeah, this is quite nice. Nice and comfy. Your steps must be getting to 10k. Yeah, I think I'm already I'm actually already at 11.8k. I did another stream earlier today, but that was for my Patreon supporters only. So this is my second stream today, and that Patreon stream was like 1.5 hours long. And for those who don't know, if you join me on Patreon, you get access to these Patreon only streams where you can also see my face. I don't show my face on the regular streams, but on the Patreon only streams you can see my face, and I'm usually a little bit more private and personal there. So if you are interested, if that sounds like something you are interested in, then consider joining me there. The link is in the video description. Oh, thank you very much. I got super chat from someone. Joe Wall, for a drink, keep hydrated. Thank you, very nice. I will. I actually drank a lot before heading out today. When I streamed yesterday, I think I got a mild heat stroke. So, but at night it's much more comfortable. So I'm not so concerned about that right now. Just not 60 FPS. Yeah, I tried streaming in 60 FPS yesterday, but the connection is not really up to that kind of frame rate. So I decided I'd rather have 30 good frames per second than 60 bad ones. Love your channel. I'm from Italy and can't wait to use my plane tickets to Tokyo. Oh, thank you. I love Italy, and I can't wait to go to Italy once I'm allowed to travel again. Italy is actually one of my favorite places on earth. Yeah, I love beer. Which is not good because that makes my belly grow, but on the other hand I walk a lot, so I think it's fine. Nice quality, good image, great. Is there fireworks tonight in your place? I don't know, I don't think so. We shall hear, but I think if there were, it would have already started. I don't think they do those this late actually. Live stream quality is nearly as good as pre-recorded one. Wow, that's very. That sounds like an exaggeration to me, but good to hear. Very good to hear. How long time you're walking? Oh, it depends. Usually around an hour. Sometimes closer to 2 hours. Sometimes shorter, but yeah. And no, I'm not gonna knock on a random door. I mean, it would be fun for sure to see. It would be great fun for you, but that would be breaking all the social norms here in Japan, and that's not something I'm interested in doing. So let's see where to go. I will just follow this street a little bit longer. Mic is so windy. Yeah, it is pretty windy, and since I'm streaming from my phone, I can't put the windshield on. Do they have fireworks in Disneyland every day? Yeah, I think so. Never been to Disneyland, but I think they have fireworks every day here in Japan. Way too windy today? Really? Is it windy now still? I mean, sometimes there's a bit of wind picking up, but right now it's not so windy. But maybe this phone is very sensitive to wind noise. I don't know. Just curious, what time do Japanese have dinner? It really depends. Most people work until very late, so people tend to eat quite late here as well. We usually have dinner around 8, between 8 and 9. Wow, 200 people watching, even though it was such a short notice. Poor connection over here. Hope that's not the case, but I noticed that when I use this app, then sometimes when the connection gets poor, then the image just stops for a while. So hopefully that won't happen too much. Oops, car coming. Oh wow, someone's playing with fireworks, sparklers. Joe Wall, you watch this while on a treadmill. That's nice. What are your gadgets and gears for this live casting? Just a DJI Osmo Mobile 2 gimbal and my phone, which is a OnePlus 8 Pro. Nothing too spectacular, very basic equipment. Hajime kara mirara nakatta node okikimasu. Kawasaki eki いや違います。あの辺はから歩いてないです。今はなんかどこだろう、高津駅の周辺です。ここからは多分溝の口の方に行くと思います。今年は夏の花火ありますか？じゃあほとんどいないです。ちょっとだけなんかちょっと短い花火はあったんですけど、いつも通りの花火ではない。人集まらないためにちょっとね、今年は花火を遠慮します。そうですね、二子神社から始まりましたね。なんか楽しいな、ウォーキングタイム。ありがとうございます。So the Japanese viewers are asking me where I started this walk and where I'm planning to walk from or walk to. So I just explained that in case you are curious about what I was saying. And also someone asked if there will be any fireworks this summer in Tokyo and Japan, because there's lots of fireworks in the summer here usually, but due to the pandemic and the fact that they don't want people to gather, I think most of those events are cancelled this year. 画質良くなかった？良くなった？あ、そうですか。よかった。今ちょっと違う、なんか、SIM カード、違う SIM でやってる。あとはなんか新しいアプリでも使ってる。だからもっと画質がいいと思います。 つもありがとうございます。こちらこそありがとうございます。何歳ですか？僕は38歳です。Flashing person. It was actually a flashing dog carried by a person. Pretty cute. You see that quite often because it gets kind of dark here at night, so a lot of people attach lights to their pets when walking them at night. Your Japanese sounds very impressive even though I don't speak it. It's not so good. And 私50歳。おお、先輩ですね。What do you do for a living? I'm a photographer and a journalist. And sometimes I do TV too. 日本語はね、日本語学校、勉強しました。もう10年以上前、初めて日本に来た時は1年間日本語学校に行った。それからはできるだけ一人で、あとは普通の生活から多分どんどん時々新しい漢字とか言葉覚えてます。Do you meet John Doe? No, I haven't met him yet. He seems like a nice guy though. Would love to meet him sometime. If you're over 180 centimeters, you need to be careful. Why? I am over 180 centimeters. はい、テレビ演奏です。時々ね。NHK とかテレビ朝日も出たし TBS も出た。でもそれはちょっともっと細かいに今説明したくない。As a foreigner, do you feel like you're way too tall there? Nah, not really. I mean, sometimes when I enter traditional old Japanese houses, I bump my head into things, but it's not too problematic. 仕事のために日本に住んでますか？じゃあちょっと違いますね。趣味とか、初めて日本に行った時はすごく楽しかった、住みやすいと思った。もうスウェーデンに帰りたくなかった。それは2008年ですけど、まだ日本にいます。仕事はそういう生活をできるように調整しました。ちょっと読めない漢字。日本なんとかに勤めている漢字ですか？すいません、その質問はちょっとわかりません。Your equipment must be expensive. Not really. It's just a mobile phone and a like $100 mobile gimbal. 私今仕事はないです。そうですね。今みんなちょっと大変なことにあったね。僕も4月から仕事ほとんどないです。でも先週はやっと大きなプロジェクトが始まりましたから、これからはちょっと やっとちょっと仕事があります。I love Swedish death metal. I see. I don't, but good to hear that my country is able to produce some good death metal. I know we have a pretty strong metal and hard rock scene. Actually, it's just not my kind of music, but yeah. What kind of place do you live? Mansionです。What you wear must be heavy. No, it's not heavy at all. I'm holding it in one. そっか、branch office. そっか。支社ね。なるほど。もう一度その質問を読みますね。どこだっけ？日本支社に勤めている感じで。じゃあ違います。僕は自営業です。カメラマンとジャーナリスト。さっき言った。自分はワインや日本酒好きです。コーヒーも好きです。僕はワインより日本酒が好きです。でもやっぱり一番好きなお酒はビールです。Who is post Abe Shinzo? It's not decided yet, but I guess it will be one of his Oji-san friends. Hopefully someone slightly less incompetent than Abe. Biru, ne? You're watching full screen on a 32-inch screen and the quality is very good for being live. Great to hear. Very happy to hear that. I actually, I got this new equipment and it's quite expensive. Like, I mean, from now I will spend like at least $100 more per month for my data fee, just in order to be able to stream in higher quality. But I mean, if it improves the quality, I think it's definitely worth it. So that's fine. His favorite Nihon shoku wa nan desu ka? いっぱいある。でもまあ初めて日本に来た時は多分2週間ぐらい毎日寿司食べました。今も寿司大好きですけど、多分今の方が刺身の方が好き。でもまあそばも大好きと、まあ天ぷらも美味しいし、まあいろいろ日本食はほとんど好きです。日本の道はどこも美しい。そうですね。美しいか、まあ静かと綺麗ですね。でもちょっと残念なポイントはちょっと日本の建物はちょっとつまらない。ヨーロッパと比べるとなんか日本の家はなんかあんまりね、そんなに面白くないと思います。あまりなんか歴史がない。全部はマックス50年前ぐらいに建てられた。でもヨーロッパと比べるとまあ100年、200年、300年の建物も多いです。それはちょっとね残念と思います。納豆はまあまあ好きではないけどそんなにまずいではない。 食べられる。日本の良くないところって、まあいろいろある。ところって場所、それかなんていう社会的な問題とか、ちょっと質問はちょっとわからない。もっとちゃんと説明したらと答えられます。実はスシロー行ったことないです。Japan expensive compared to Canada or Australia. I've never been to neither Canada or Australia, so I can't compare with those countries, but compared to Sweden, where I'm from, or most of Europe, I would say it's not that bad. Like, rents are pretty high in Japan, but other than that, living costs here are lower than in Stockholm for me, but it really depends on your lifestyle. そうですね。どこの国も良いとこ悪いとこありますよね。もちろんそうです。ヨーロッパの家ってなんで100年以上持つの？そうですね。なんでだろうね。実はその昔作った家は結構技術が良かった。まだちゃんとね。もちろん中は何回もレノベーションしてるけど、その建物の外とかフレームはとても美しいし、クオリティが高い。多分今はストックホルムの一番高い家は、100年前以上の作った建物です。ちょっと不思議ですね。でもヨーロッパも、特にスウェーデンは地震もないし、あと夏はそんなに湿気がないからカビの問題はあるけど、日本と比べると多分低いと思います。でも多分一番大きな違いはヨーロッパでは家は長い間のために長く住めるためにいろいろメンテナンスやってる。でも日本の家は特に一軒家は30年前の建物だからもう古くてあんまりちゃんとメンテナンスとかはやってない人が多いと思います。でもスウェーデンだったら30年はまだ作ったばっかりです。Oh, sorry, lots of questions here. I have to skip a little bit. そうですね、日本のマンションは50年前とあまり物価がゼロぐらいになるんですよね。そうですね、日本の田舎はね、たくさん古い素敵な建物があるんですけど、特になんか綺麗な白川郷とかそういう素敵な歴史的な街に行くととても、綺麗な昔からの家があります。でもそれもちゃんとね、メンテナンスやってるから、これ鶴見川かな。じゃあ違います、違うと思います。今はね、溝の口駅の近いです。Hey from London. Tjena. そうですね、鶴見川はもっと大きいです。Tjena Carola, kul att du tittade förbi igen. Populär herre. Thank you, Shotgun. I hope it's pleasant to walk with me on a night like this. すいません、ちょっとメッセージが多すぎるからこれから最後までスキップします。もしなんか質問があったらもう一度書いてください。How would you describe the characteristics of Kawasaki City? It's a little bit more working class than many parts of Tokyo, and it has a bit of reputation for being somewhat rough and dangerous, but of course by Western standards it's perfectly safe. And also Kawasaki is pretty big, so there's really posh upscale neighborhoods in Kawasaki as well, but in general, and especially I think the area around Kawasaki station is maybe a bit of a kind of working class area. I find it very interesting though. I've been out drinking a couple of times in Kawasaki and I had a really good time and met so many fun people. Saitama good prefecture to live at? I don't know. It's kind of has a reputation of being kind of boring, but that's probably just prejudice. I've never lived there myself, so I can't really say. And also Saitama is massive, so there's like lots of different towns and villages and areas in Saitama. But I think most people living there, they probably commute to Tokyo for work. So for job prospects, I don't know. Hello from Croatia. Hello, thank you. Glad you are watching. Thank you. You like my videos and you like them on YouTube as well, I guess. Thank you very much. さすが飲み屋多いね。そうですね。この辺はいっぱいありますね。結構賑やか。まあ土曜日だからね。Confirmed Patreon drink stream. Hi from Philippines. Hello there. 暑くないですか？じゃあ今はそんなに暑くない。 夜だから大丈夫。タイトステーションいいね。今の時代はちょっとゲーセン行きたくないけど、コロナの前はよく行きました。結構人がいるね。そうですね。夜の街だからね。Anime Chan says Youngster Street. Well, considering your age, I find it kind of cute that anyone says that this is a Youngster Street. But yeah, you're correct. There's lots of kids out here drinking and having fun. So many times I get asked what my day job is. I think this is like the third time this stream I answer that question. But I'm a photographer and journalist. That's what I do. And no, I'm not gonna do a shout out to people asking for shout outs. If you don't stop asking for it, I will block you. Okay, this Dexter person is blocked. If people want a shout out, then you should participate in a meaningful conversation. Then the likelihood is pretty big that I will mention your name. But if you're just asking for shout outs, then all you will get is probably a block. Oh wow, I think I just got sorry. Hård men rättvis, exakt. Det måste han vara. Let's head to quieter areas. It's a bit too busy around here. Yeah, your name is much too long to mention. What are the typical challenges related to finding accommodation in Japan? The biggest one is that most landlords, or not most, but many landlords are racist and don't want any foreigners. That's the biggest problem. I want to live in Japan when I'm more financially stable. Do you have any advice? Yes. Learn a skill that people or companies in Japan need. Then you will easily find a job here because there's a lack of skilled people in many fields. Do a bit of research. There's plenty of opportunities, but yeah, you need some sort of skill or background or education in order to be relevant to most companies. Or if you are a bit of an entrepreneur, then start your own business. That's what I did, and that's something that I found very enjoyable. Actually, I would never want to work for a Japanese company. I mean, there's exceptions, of course, but in general, the working situation here, if you're just a regular employee, is pretty bad, so I'm not interested in that.そうですね、日本ワンダリングもしてます。彼のチャンネルとても素敵ですね。僕もライブだけではないけど、最近は 多分初めてライブやった時は 2,3 週間前かな。でもとても楽しかったからそこから毎日ライブやってた。Do you have Japanese citizenship? No. How would you rate living standard compared to Sweden? I would say the variation is much wider. Like in general, I think living standard here is pretty good, but the quality of housing is really it really depends on your budget. A lot of houses are pretty crappy compared to back in Sweden, with no insulation, and you get really cold in the winter and way too hot in the summer. But other things, I think it's a good place to live. Otherwise I wouldn't have stayed here for 12 years. Now it's getting windy again. Do you have GF? I'm married. What happened to the 7-Elevens? Oh, they're everywhere. Maybe just the route I took today didn't pass one, but there's plenty of 7-Elevens here. By working for a set number of years, can a person get citizenship of Japan? Yes. I don't know the details, but getting citizenship is easier than becoming a permanent resident. I think citizenship you just need 3 or 5 years, whereas permanent resident you need 10 years. Live の人数が最近増えてますね。まあそうですね。そうですね。みんな暇だから多分 YouTube 始まった人が多いと思います。確かに昨日より多いね。そうですね。まあ今土曜日だからね、人が多い。あとはさっきの言ったところ水の口の方は特に週末が混んでます。You get a lot of looks as a foreigner. Depends. Not in the Tokyo area. There's so many of us here that no one really cares. But usually when I travel to more rural parts of Japan, I tend to stand out. And when people realize that I can actually speak Japanese, then a lot of people want to get to know me better, and often very nice experiences come out of that. I do a lot of traveling for my work, and it happens quite often that I get invited to people's homes, or that people offer me to, if I ask them a question, some people are they offer to drive me there, or they can be super helpful. So that's one of the good things about living here and knowing the language. What time is it in Japan now? Now it is... What time is it? 9 in the evening. Do Japanese make good children toys and books? Don't know, to be honest. I haven't really looked into it, but I think I will opt for Swedish children's book to my kid.スウェーデンの人の夏と冬の楽しみ方を教えてください。そうですね。スウェーデン人は、夏はみんな外に出かける。みんな夏休みが長い。働いてる人もほとんどの人は多分1ヶ月間夏休みが 取れる。みんなは外の生活を楽しめる。気温はちょうどいいし、とても自然がとても美しい。だからみんなは、別荘とかハイキングとかいろんな楽しみ方がある。あとたくさんの人はもう夏休みに多分南ヨーロッパ、イタリアとかスペインとかポルトガルとかの方にもう1週間2週間ぐらい夏休みに行ける。あと冬は北の方、スウェーデンはね結構日本より大きい国、面積的に北の方は山が多いしスキーができるスポットが多い。でも南の方は、冬はあんまり楽しくないそんなに寒くない、雪があんまりたまらない。だから冬にも海外に行く人が多い。特にタイランド、スウェーデン人はよく冬休みにタイ行く人が多い。タイとかスペインのちょっと一番南の方の島とか暖かいところに行く人が多い。そういうことです。Oh, thank you. I got a super chat. Wow, I'm so far behind this Panda landmark. Buy you a coffee, man. Thank you. Ken Moji-san for beer. Thank you. Very nice. Is there any particular thing that you enjoy doing there, like going to bars, for example? Well, I mean, I've been here for so long, so I'm kind of pretty used to everything that Japan has to offer. And what I enjoy most right now is going on these walks and just explore new parts, seemingly boring parts of the greater Tokyo area. Because it's just too hot in the daytime. So daytime I'm usually just at home, but in the evenings it's really nice to go for evening walks like this. But I mean, in the beginning I went out and drank a lot, partied a lot. I still often go out and eat and drink with friends, even though those wild party days are probably over for me. I'm also interested in games, so when I first came here I did a lot of spent a lot of time at game centers and arcades and stuff. These days I don't go that often, but it happens. And I also love traveling around Japan. I mean, Tokyo is a great city, but I lived here for so long now, so it doesn't really excite me as much. But every time I travel to other parts of Japan, I just get reminded of all the exciting things there are to see and do in this country. So yeah, but I mean, no matter what interest or hobby you have, Tokyo is such a big city and so many people, so there's always a community for it, which is one of the great things about living in a place like this. No matter how weird or niche your interests are, you can most certainly always find other people sharing it, and yeah, that's pretty interesting. Ibrahimovic は知ってますか？そうですね。出身は同じ町です。個人的には彼に知らないけど、もちろんスウェーデン人はみんなイブラヒモビッチのことが知ってます。China, people will want selfies with you if you look European. Okay, well, that's not the case here. Whoa, what watch do I wear? It's a Fitbit Versa 2. Today's step count is 15,900. I think I'm aiming for 20,000 today, at least. why few Japanese speaks English, because they have a pretty poor education system. Maybe we should make a kids book for your cool baby. That would be nice. I think I'm quite far behind in the chat today again. タイなぜにwhy Swedish people go to Thailand in the winter? Because it's warm. Because it's warm and because it's cheap.そうですね、スウェーデンのそうですね、池の上の氷でアイススケーティングやってますね。それは普通です。僕も何回もやりました。とっても楽しいです。Japanska raggare var det. Njut av värmen. Nu börjar hösten krypa på sig i Stockholm. Ösregn idag. Trist. Här är det fortfarande högsommar och 36 grader på dagen. Jag stannar inne till solen har gått ner. Aside from Tokyo, which Japanese city has made the biggest impression on you? Biggest impression on me? That's difficult to say, but I mean, there's so many places and they all make like big impression in different ways, but off the top of my head, I think the most like the experience that will stick with me the longest was when I went up to northern Japan in 2011 for the first time. That was just after the big earthquake and tsunami, and I went to a place called Rikuzen Takata, which is a pretty small town on the coast of the Pacific Ocean. And that town was essentially just wiped off the map by the tsunami. So it was like just rubble everywhere. And I went there for work. I was going to write a story about life after the tsunami. And the people that I met there, even though they had lost like everything, they were so warm and friendly and nice to me, and offered me to stay over in their house, and a lot of people really wanted to talk to me and tell me their story. So that was a very spectacular experience and something that I would probably never forget. So yeah, I would probably cast my vote on that if I just have to pick one. Okay, I have to skip a bit of the chat again. If I may ask you, if you have a child, will your child have Japanese or Swedish citizenship? Both. It will have Swedish citizenship because I'm a Swedish citizen, so by default any child I have will also become a Swedish citizen. But since my wife is Japanese, and our daughter was born here in Japan, so my daughter has also Japanese citizenship, and that's fine up until you are a certain age. I don't remember exactly how old, but I think it's around 20 or 22 or something like that, or maybe even 25. Until then it's okay to have dual citizenship, but then after that Japan does not allow dual citizenship. cameras and lenses is expensive there compared to Europe? It's a little bit cheaper. It depends. But if you're here as a traveler, you can buy them tax-free, and then it usually gets a bit cheaper. Otherwise, if it's not tax-free, it's not that big of a difference, I think. It's a cute little house. Looks like Christmas decorations. Would you prefer living in the countryside or the city? Something in between, I think. I mean, I lived in the city for so long now, and since we just had a baby, I feel that I don't want my child to grow up in a place like Tokyo. It's too urban, so something a bit quieter and more relaxed would be nice. Okay, I think it's beer time. It's beer. Very boring selection, but I think I will go for this autumn flavored beer. Let's see, did we lose the stream? Am I still online? I get some weird error message right now. Let's see what we have here. Looks like we're still... Oh, okay, we're still online. So this error message is something I need to worry about. It's not something I need to worry about. That's good. But shit, now the chat has stopped here. That's annoying. Well, let's see if I can do anything about that. So I have two phones, and on one phone the chat is updating correctly, but on my other phone, the phone I'm using to stream and the one that I'm always looking at, I don't see any new messages, and since I just got a beer, means I am one hand short of being able to drink and stay up to date with what you are saying. So I will try to find a place to sit down and have this beer. Maybe here. These stairs looks okay. Oh, this old residential building, I think. Or I don't think, I know. So let's sit here. Excelente. IKEA でスウェーデンだっけ？そうです。IKEA はスウェーデンの会社です。あと H&M もスウェーデンの会社です。Yeah, chat is okay on for everyone but me. Oh, I didn't say yosh. どのビール好きですか？そうですね。ちょっとなんかフルーティーな、なんかお酒がちょっと強いビールが一番好きですけど、IPA とか。これは 6%。This beer is 6% alcohol, and it's some special edition autumn beer. 乾杯！スコール！Dåligt inflytande hör du med. Skål! Tack! So that weird language that I'm speaking, sometimes it's Swedish. I have a Swedish viewer here, so sometimes I use a bit of Swedish as well. In anime, people drink while eating dried squid. You need squid, Tokyo Sensei. Man, it's kind of nice to chew on some dried squid, but it's not really my favorite snack, to be honest. Which is more expensive, buying drinks from vending machine or convenience? It's usually pretty much the same. If you want to buy cheap drinks, you should go to a drugstore. They're usually cheaper, or a supermarket. Wow, 333 people. Yay. Look at this. 333 people. I always love doing this. How many iPhones can we get in the frame? Skål 覚えた。上手ですね。スコールはスウェーデン語で乾杯。Hey there, Gamer Maxino. Long time no see. Yosh, very yosh. In this multi-language today, German needs to be heard. Vielleicht, aber ich habe alles vergessen. Ich kann jetzt nicht Deutsch gut sprechen. Why are you not walking? Because I am sitting down, resting my legs and enjoying a beer. I've been walking for over an hour already. Oh, this is so annoying. I keep getting these error messages popping up. Skål って飲み物あるんですよね。そうですね。ちょっと面白いね。We have unlimited data plan? No, but I have a very expensive 100 gigabyte data plan that I got 2 days ago, and it's much faster than my old plan, so it's very good for streaming, but it's really expensive. So I hope some more people will consider joining my Patreon to help me pay for the costs. That would be very nice. And as mentioned before, that if you join me there, you will get access to exclusive Patreon only live streams where I show my face. I did one earlier today actually, and a bit of other goodies. And if you're really generous, you can join my postcard club. Then I will send you a postcard every month from Japan with one of my photos on it. So yeah, if you like my stream or if you like me, then click the Patreon link in the video description. Thanks for the effort. What's the minimum salary level required to live a normal life in Japan? It really depends on your habits and way of life, but I would say anything less than 300,000 yen per month, then you probably have to suffer. Would you do this full time? It's not really my goal. I enjoy my other work, but I mean, ideally it would be great if I could just travel around Japan and take photos and stream for a living, but I don't really mind doing client work as well while I'm at it. So but yeah, I really enjoy streaming, and I've been doing it almost daily for the last couple of weeks, and I have no plans on stopping it anytime soon. Although, like, I mean, in order to do like YouTube for a living, you have to be such a crowd pleaser, and I rather have like a smaller viewership who enjoys what I do the way I do it right now, than trying to kind of make stuff that is more commercially viable but that I don't enjoy making as much, if that makes any sense. So yeah, it's always nice to see that, you know, subscribers increase and especially new Patreon followers. That always warms my heart. But yeah, other than that, it's not really my goal. I'm happy. Like, if 300 people watch a stream like this, that's fine. Like, I'm totally happy with that. I don't see any need to have more people than that. It would probably just make it very stressful to try and keep up with the chat. Hi from Puerto Rico. Wow, you guys are really everywhere. So the train that passed was Nambu Line, which is a pretty minor train line that runs along Kawasaki, from Kawasaki Station to Tachikawa Station in Tokyo. Does working visa limit you from part-time job? Me personally, I can do whatever I want here, as I have a spouse visa. How did you meet your wife? We both swiped right on Tinder. How are Japanese people in terms of work ethics? There are all kinds of Japanese people. You can't really generalize. But if anything, I would say maybe very loyal to their employers, more so than most Westerners. Yay for streaming. Looking forward to future streams, and thank you. Thank you for watching. How's the weather over there right now? It's 32 degrees and pretty high humidity, but 32 degrees is kind of comfortable. In the daytimes it's just too hot. Tinder, wow, that's lucky. Yeah, sometimes you can get lucky on Tinder, eh? Would you consider buying property in Japan? Don't think so. I mean, it depends. If it's for long-term living in it, yeah, why not? If I find something I really like, maybe, and I plan to live there for a very long time, maybe. But I would much rather buy property somewhere in Europe, like a second home or summer house or something like that. Pim, good you could make it. Yeah, I didn't really. This was all, again, very much a last-minute effort. Tack. Varsågod. Okay, it's pretty boring for you to watch me just sit here, so I will speed up my drinking and get going. The good thing is I have so much data now, so I don't need to feel any pressure to finish the stream, as long as people are watching. And also, it's like after dinner today, so I don't need to go home to cook or anything, so I can probably walk for at least another hour. think you guys see the moon. It's very clear. Get one of the abandoned houses and fix it up. Well, those abandoned houses tend to be in horrible shape, so you either have to work your ass off or put a lot of money into restoring it. I mean, I like the idea, but I think it's one of these things that sounds much better in theory than in practice. Where do you always drink beer, dude? Why not? Beer is nice. How much did that can cost? I think it was 200 something yen. Moon, Saturn and Jupiter. Is it? Cool. So I guess Jupiter is the brighter one of the two stars, and Saturn is the slightly more faint one above the moon, maybe? Cool, I didn't know that. I thought it was like Venus, one of those. Yeah, I know. Where is your next walk? I don't know myself. I usually don't plan so much ahead, especially right now since I have a little baby at home, so I can't really plan too much, and recently most of the walks have been like relatively close to my home for that reason. So the only thing I can say is that I have a few trips coming up in the coming month to other parts of Japan, and I will of course be streaming from there as well. So yeah. I think your wife is bored without you at home. I don't think so. I'm home for like 20 hours of the day, so I think he kind of enjoys a little bit of alone time. I certainly don't know that I do. Is there mosquitoes? Not really, not annoyingly much. Is your wife Japanese? Yes, she is. Kawaii baby reveal. Huh. Road trip. Yes, yes. Do you hold your camera? Yes, I hold it in my hand. No bats. That's not Alone Town right now. Yeah, I know. I have 282 others with me, but as I usually say, she's probably glad he's out of the house. Yeah, I think so too, Prim. At least for a while. I don't think she wants me to be out of the house too much, because it's certainly a lot of work with that little one at home. But yeah, every now and then we need a little bit of headspace, right? So let's get walking. That was a good beer. Good old beer. I kind of like this one. So if you're wondering why I'm going back, it's just to throw this can away. Okay, now I have two hands again, which is very helpful. Any special plans for your channel in the future? Yes and no. I have some long-term plans, which is that I would like to start creating a bit more informative content, which is more like, I don't know, more planned ahead, and like in the travel genre. But right now, because of this big upcoming project, I will be really busy. So I think for the foreseeable future, I will probably just stick to these live streams and do also a higher quality 4K walking video every once in a while. Yeah, I have a lot of things I would want to do, but there's always the time limitation. So I don't think my wife is watching. I mean, she probably gets enough of me. I don't think she misses me that much that she actually wants to watch when I'm not home. Oh, okay. So now I will give you a bit of a choice. Should I keep walking this way, follow the train tracks, or should I walk up these very, very steep stairs and see what's up there? Cast your vote in the chat now. Yes, I have a stabilizer. Up steep stairs, stairs, up, okay. That was easy. Let's do the stairs. Then I guess I get to, that's a good opportunity for me to do one of my always popular crowd-pleasing leg reveals. Leg, pink shorts, black sneakers. Always. Yosh, yosh, yosh. The crowd goes wild. Gubbar flåset. Did it. Bit of a nice view from here. Or not really. Not that much to see. Today 山ですね。そうですね。1-2-1-2. Now some sport after the beer to burn the calories. Yep. It's very quiet up here. How's the audio quality, by the way? When I tried this app a little bit before, I had this problem with the audio kept like popping, and I got this like static noise all the time. What's it like now? Do you hear the insects and the quietness, or do you only hear my annoying breath? Oh, good. Audio is good. Audio is great. Great. Awesome. Just signing Narva Wakaru. Dark and new street. Behind this ghost. I don't believe in ghosts. What's the temperature there? Comfortable. 30-ish. Audio is largely fine, but sometimes you hear slight crackling in the background. Okay. You can hear crickets and footsteps. Great. No problem. Don't worry. Okay. I shall not worry. This is a pretty eerie area though. I have no idea where I am right now. or like geographically I know, but with this street and everything, I've never been here. Ashita no raibu yaru to shimashita ra tanoshimiになります。ありがとうございます。こちらこそありがとうございます。Oh, hello Afan. Long time no see. Glad you can make it. You hear some static at times, but it's okay. Okay, good, good, good. Ooh, that was almost me getting attacked by a semi. That actually freaked me out. I don't like them. I mean, they're harmless, but they're so annoying. It's like they're drunk all the time. Okay, I think this might be a dead end. Yes, it is a dead end. I have to turn back.ちょうど今戸越銀座の動画を見ているでした。ありがとうございます。I would not go up there. Oh fuck. Okay, can you see this guy? Okay. This is annoying because I don't like these people. Oh, quiet. Okay, 逃げた。I give fans now for cicadas. Scary. Yeah, walking in new places is generally fun. As long as you don't end up in dead ends with creepy cicadas. Okay, shall we do a mirror reveal? Very windy now. Very windy now. So then I stood up there. There. どういう国ですか？隣。なんか、すごく仲がいい隣な国です。文化も結構同じ。ノルウェーもそう、デンマークもそう。Really like those residential area walks. Oh, that's good to hear. I was a bit concerned that maybe to some people it's just kind of boring, like just watching me walking in nowhere, these residential areas. But somehow, to me, this is more, I don't know, I enjoy this more than walking like, you know, in Shibuya or Harajuku or those busy areas. I much rather, for an evening walk, I prefer these kind of quiet, peaceful areas. Kind of information the car number plates show. The only information is where the car is registered, so it says like Kawasaki on most cars around here, but that's it. How the sky look now in Japan, like this. This is what the sky looks like. It's pretty dark. Nice bit of a vantage point here. Let's see. I am actually not sure which direction we are looking at now, but my guess is that that's probably central Tokyo in the distance, I think. But right now I am... Oh, okay, got it. Yes, that is Tokyo. Yeah. I'm a little bit confused as to where we are, but I think I know. The Japanese way of numbering houses is weird, I think. Numbers depends on when the house was built. Yeah, it's really weird system. Like, it's completely illogical and makes it near impossible to find the place you're looking for without the GPS. Do a face reveal. I do face reveals for my Patreon supporters on my Patreon only live streams, of which I did one earlier today. Yeah, of course, without light pollution it would be much prettier. That's for sure, but come on, we're in the biggest city on the planet. I think it's relatively acceptable. Okay, this was another dead end, so I might have to head back down those stairs. Numbered by time of appearance rather than in order, yes. So basically the numbering system is just each block. Yeah, each time they put a new building in a block. Like if it's an old building that gets demolished and another one put in place, then it will have the same number. But what has happened often is that bigger houses have been demolished and then they put 2 or even 3 houses on that same plot of land, and then each building gets a new number, and it can be like, number 1, and then the building next to it is number 23, because that was the only number that was available. So yeah, it's pretty confusing. 90-minute uptime, yay! Thank God for 100 gigabytes data. Seriously, like a horror movie? You think so? It's really peaceful here. Nothing horror-like about this to me. Let's see, here we have another quiet little alley. Let's see what we have down here. Google should hire you for doing street view. Yeah. So rather go for visual details. Yeah, I usually like when you describe the route or like, the directions to someone, and they're not familiar with the area, you always have to rely on kind of landmarks, like, go to the corner where there's a Lawson and then turn right until you see a pink building, then turn left. Kind of like that, because there's not really a functional address system that gives you any useful information. So, and especially like when I came here, that was still like before the era of Google Maps being widespread and GPS in every phone. So back then it was really tricky to find your way, actually. It's been a while since I watched the live. Oh, really? I do live almost every day and you haven't watched them. How dare you! Okay, I think I am on the other side of that little hill, maybe. And if so, yes, I think I know where I am. Or, sorry, that was a lie. I have no idea, I am still lost. But here's the train tracks, so I think I can just follow the train tracks for a while. And I should end up at a place called Kuji. The station is called Kuji. And from there I can probably reset my bearings and find my way back towards the bridge that will take me back to Tokyo. This was a pretty nice walk. Or I probably have another 30 minutes to go until I reach that bridge where I will wrap things up. So But it's been a good walk so far. I've been going for 1.5 hours now. Just your eyes, shitty language skills and a map. Good times. Is that when you lived here? Same junction as where I came from. No, not really. That was way back this way, I think. Unless I'm completely confused right now, but I don't think so. I tend to have decent sense of direction. Hey, managed to catch you live. Thank you. 9時、そうですね。Sorry if this was asked already, but how many years have you been living in Japan? I've lived in Japan since 2008, so 12 years. この辺り静かなんですね。そうですね。結構静かこの辺。なんか何にもないじゃん。住むとしてちょっとつまらないかも。でも散歩でこういうところが好きです。静かだし、なんか虫の音ばっかり聞こえます。1080p, nice. Are you using external device? No, I am not using external device. I am streaming directly from my phone. Lambusen! ここは川崎の田舎です。そうですね。What is streamlabs doing? I don't know. What is streamlabs doing? It allows me to stream in 1080p. And I'm still kind of trying it out, but I think I like it, and I will probably start paying for it soon, so then you will get rid of that watermark. I 私は立川に住んでる。あ、そうですね。昨日もストリーム見ましたね。立川ね、いいところですね。便利、住みやすい。もし毎日東京の都心に通勤しなければ、もし通勤するとちょっと大変かもしれないけど、もうすぐ宿河原。いやー、宿河原もっと遠いですね。宿河原好きです。実は桜の時はすごい綺麗。宿河原よく行きます。目黒川より好き。目黒川は人が多すぎるからあんまり好きじゃない。Have you ever visited temples? Of course, I lived in Japan for 12 years. Of course, I visited temples.津戸山は霊園で有名です。そうですね。とても綺麗な霊園ですね。高校時代に霊園よく行きました。なんで？Yeah, Meguro is too popular. Too much people. I don't like it. Did you do a traditional Japanese wedding? We did not. We did a traditional Swedish church wedding, even though neither of us are religious, but as a ceremonial thing we thought it was actually quite nice. So that's how we did it. Det går臭いね。ちょっとね。Do you speak any other languages aside from Swedish, English and Japanese? I speak a little bit of German, but since I started learning Japanese, I noticed that more and more of my German vocabulary was replaced with Japanese, so now I really struggle to speak German. Maybe if I immerse myself in German language again, I will be able to speak comfortably, but right now it's like always a bit of a struggle. So now I know where I am, okay? So this is Kuji station area, around here. I think I will cross here. Then there should be a little river here on my right side that I can follow in order to get back home towards where I started. Japanese is very difficult for an English speaker. Indeed it is. It's a very difficult language. It's I think one of these languages that you will never truly master. You will always feel that your skills are lacking no matter how much you learn. And to me it seems that even like to Japanese people, Japanese is more difficult than English is to an English speaker, for example. It's just such a complicated language compared to most Western languages, which is quite fascinating. Like even, you know, when I ask my wife just to write a very simple email, something that would take me like 30 seconds to write in either English or Swedish, it can take her like 5 minutes to write the same in Japanese, just because it's such a complicated language, and especially when it's like business stuff, then it gets like really convoluted. Easier to speak than read, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely. I learned from anime. Well, if you only learn from anime, your Japanese will become very weird. It's not something I would recommend you to do. If you are serious about learning the language, you should probably get some sort of more proper course or education. But if it's just for fun, then yeah, sure. Grabbing a few words from anime won't hurt. Plan your route? Do you get lost, Tokyo Explorer? Not really. Today I didn't plan at all. I'm just walking entirely randomly. But sometimes I plan a little bit. I usually have an idea about where to start and where to end my walks. But today it's been entirely random, and I did indeed also get lost for a short while. So here's a nice little river. Some cute houses, and it's so quiet. I love it. I love this quietness. Eigo ある程度読めるけど、書くのと聞くのができない。それは残念ですね。でも日本人はほとんどそうですね。この川も臭そう。あんまり匂わないけど。What type of coffee maker do you use? I just use I do like hand drip coffee. We don't have a coffee maker actually. So just Henrik, can you recommend any good Japanese drama? No, I don't think there are any good Japanese drama, but I don't know any. How's the weather? It's around 30 degrees and humid. Quite comfortable by Tokyo standards, but it's still hot enough to make me pretty sweaty on a night walk like this. But compared to daytime, it's much more comfortable. Has rainy season come to an end? Yes. There's a few similarities between Korean and Japanese languages. Yeah, a few. When do people usually sleep? It really depends. 10 p.m. sounds very early. I'm probably walking less than a 10-minute walk from my house. Really? That's funny. I live relatively close to here as well. That's why I'm taking this walk tonight. So maybe we're kind of neighbors then. Do you have a toilet that cleans you? Yes, I do. I like having a clean... I don't know which word I can use that won't get me in trouble with the YouTube algorithm, but it's very nice to have those cleaning functionalities anyway. I think we are dropping a few frames right now. Maybe reception is a little bit poor around here. Sorry about that, but I hope the sound is still on. Any beer yet? Yes, I had one a while ago. It sounds windy, really. It's not windy at all. Sound is still okay. Good. I just subscribed. Thank you very much. Do you have any advice for us who have started to learn Japanese in terms of memorizing kanji, vocabulary? I think... I don't know. What worked for me was I was reading the book Remembering the Kanji, which is a pretty famous and well-known book that kind of teaches you how to, like, it gives you a lot of helpful kind of mini stories about each of the parts that makes up the kanji and then how to put them together. And that method worked quite well to me, but I'm sure that it's not a system that worked for everyone, but it worked for me. Other than that, what I do is I use an app called Japanese. And whenever I come across a new word that I don't know, but that I want to learn, I just add that to it has this function that you can add words to list, and then it has a function that you can study these lists as flashcards. So I've been using that for probably 10 years now. Not as frequently now as when I was a student, but still, like, I still do have that app installed, and I still do add new words to these lists. And I still, sometimes when I'm bored or have nothing else to do or feel that I need to do something useful with my time, I spend 15 minutes just kind of like grinding those new kanji, and that usually works quite well for me as well. These Heisig, yeah, that's the name of the writer, right? These walks are 100% men cause of reasons. What does that mean? Lifelong learning, yes. Is there any other languages that you have been interested in learning? Yeah, when I was about 25, I made it my goal to learn both Japanese and Chinese or Mandarin before I turned 30. Obviously that failed miserably, but I still think like in order to not being able to know Chinese would be pretty awesome. I think very useful language to know. But I mean, I've given up on that. I'm still struggling to become good enough at Japanese to live a comfortable life here. So yeah. But when I was younger, I was pretty ambitious. But I also failed a lot. Why are you a resident in Japan? I came here and liked it and didn't want to leave. And then I adjusted my work in order to accommodate to the lifestyle I wanted to live. So yeah, I didn't move for work. Ni hao, that's my Chinese, yeah, pretty much. I can say a few bad things in Chinese as well, but that's about it. What radio stations, like in Japan, are there specific stations for different genres? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't really listen that much, or if I don't listen to radio at all. But yeah, there's lots of radio stations. I think it's primarily the older generation that listens to radio here. Yeah, I don't know too much about it. So you moved for love? No, I did not move for love. I met my wife, 4 years ago? Not even 4 years ago. So the first 8 years I was very much single and enjoyed being single here. It was fun. I don't even know what's in EU charts now. Yeah, like whenever I watch like some news about the popular culture and like they mention all these like popular artists, I feel so old. Like for example, Ariana Grande is mentioned a lot in the news, and I don't think I know a single song that she made. I know nothing about her. And like same with Taylor Swift. Like I don't think I can mention a single song of her. So yeah, I'm really not up to date with like mainstream music and stuff. What awesome quality your stream has. Oh, thank you. A lot of people say that. It really means that my investments paid off. That's good. Like, who are these celebrities? Yeah, I know, right? Did you see the terrible riots occurring in Malmö at the moment? Yes, I did. It's horrible. Very, very sad. Mycket bra. Okay, so I will block this black ghost person, hide user on this channel, so he can never ever post things here again, because that kind of racist comments is not something I don't really accept that. Do you ever do day walks? Yeah, it's too hot right now in Sweden. Not in Sweden, but in Japan. If I do day walks, the phone will just overheat. So I tried yesterday, actually. I did a day walk in Akihabara, but it's just unbearably hot and not nice at all. I have to admit that I'm a little bit lost. Maybe I'm gonna do the first Google Maps check of today. I don't want to be walking in circles, and now I've been streaming for almost 2 hours, so I think it's time for me to wrap things up and head home. I'm also getting really tired. As the old man I am, can't walk around forever. And mind you, this is my second stream today. I did a 90-minute stream earlier today as well, so but I am lost. Let's see, Google Maps, where are you? There you are. Let's see if the GPS wants to tell me where I am. Did we just pass? So okay, I think I've been walking the wrong direction. That kind of explains why I'm lost. But it's fun to get lost. I don't mind. Did we have... Yeah, there's a ramen shop. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, let's walk this way. Ashita mo yaru. Every time the chat hears you say I'm lost, they go wild with excitement. Yay! ローソンビール。もう一杯ビール飲もうか。良いウォーキングシューズ。じゃあ普通のスニーカー使ってます。Sweden has great forests. Any part you recommend for forests and lakes? To be honest, I haven't really traveled much in Sweden. I only know kind of the area where I grew up. There's so many lakes everywhere, essentially, so I don't think I have any specific area that I can recommend. I've traveled way much more around Japan than I have in Sweden. Sanpo, お疲れ様です。ありがとうございます。Would you please show your step count again? Yes, let's check. Yay, I did pass. So it's 20,300 steps so far today. That's the upper number, 20.3. That means 20,300. Have a nice day. I really enjoy your videos. They bring me hope that probably in a moment of a life I'm gonna live there. I hope you will. If you want to move to Japan, you should move to Japan. It's a pretty nice place. By no means perfect, but it's pretty nice. Sleep directly after I arrive home. We'll see. I might have to change diapers and comfort a crying baby for an hour or two. That's quite likely. I think my wife deserves a rest from taking care of the baby, for me taking this long break. But yeah. Thanks again for all your videos. Oh, thank you. I'm really glad you like them. I'm really happy to hear that. 夜でも暑いですか？そうですね。今はね、今何時だろう。11時ぐらいかな。そうね。もう10時半。今29度。湿度77. Feels like 35. So it's a little bit cooler than when I started, but it's still pretty hot.昨日は秋葉原に行ったのに、今日は川崎にいるんだね。そうです。What do you think about PewDiePie? I haven't watched him. I have no opinion. $20K, yay! So, as you might notice, there's pretty big lag between what I'm saying and when you're posting things. It's for two reasons. First of all, it is a pretty big latency, probably around 30 seconds from what you see on the screen and when I passed it. And then I'm also really far behind in the chat, so yeah. That live in the morning was not that long, but yeah, well, maybe 10,000 in the morning, and or maybe less than that. I don't know. Anyway, I walked a lot. I think I will sleep well tonight if my baby allows me to. We alternate between UK and Japan usually, but Japan is home for me. Love it, always will. Oh, that's good to hear. Japan is pretty nice. Hope I can catch the stream tomorrow. I hope so too. I still don't know when I will do it, so sorry about that. So sorry about always being so spontaneous, but that's the life when you have a 3-week-old baby at home. You can't really plan anything. Yeah, lots of you are asking questions, so it gets overwhelming. Yeah, a little bit, but I really enjoy it though. Good morning from Las Vegas. Good morning. Good morning to you. It's very much evening around here. Feel comfy with her, take her out with you maybe. Yeah, definitely. She's a little bit too young for that now, but as soon as she gets a little bit older and it gets a little bit colder, I will definitely bring her out with me and give my wife a bit of a break. But then again, I mean, we take turns. I took care of her all the afternoon and while my wife was out today, so I mean, I think we have a pretty good balance. Obviously I can't breastfeed, so that part is handled by her, but everything else we try to share as much as we can. I think it works out pretty well so far. Good morning from London. Had no idea you have a newborn baby. Congrats, parenthood is amazing. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. it's amazing how it really changes your perspectives on everything, and how quickly you start to think that poop is cute. But yeah, that's my life now. Poop and peep and screams and cranky babies at 3 a.m. in the morning and any other time, but it's so worth it and I really enjoy it. And I mean, to be honest, I mean, most of the time she just sleeps and she's just really adorable. And she really likes to sleep on my chest, which is super lovely, and I really enjoy that too, but it also means that I'm kind of limited. I can't really do anything. She wakes up really easily, so I'm kind of like, okay, I really need to go to the bathroom right now, but I can't for another hour or two until it's, you know, next feeding time. But even the bladder is a muscle that you can, you know, that gets stronger with some exercise, I guess. Maybe 2 months through at the age of pre-3, yeah, exactly. At least I want her neck to be a little bit stable so that I can carry her in this, what do you call it, like this, not the baby car, but the strap thing that you put on the chest. I think that seems much more cozy, and then I will have my hands free to, I don't know, do walking videos maybe. Rambrak-san, ドローンの映画も撮りますか。エクスプローラーさんはドローンの、そうですね、ドローンも実はドローン持ってます。ドローン持ってます。仕事としてはよくドローン、まあ、ジョックではないけど時々ドローン使ってます。でも YouTube、まあ、東京ではドローン使われないから、なんか飛ばすのが禁止だから、あんまり東京にいるときはあんまりチャンスがないけど、来月からちょっといろんな、まあ、全国でいろんなところに行くので、そこからもう多分できればドローンの動画もアップします。3 weeks old monster, your words, not mine. Yeah, well, she's the cutest and most awesome monster there is, though. Where's your wife from? She's Japanese. You walk with your daughter. She's 27. It seems like 5 minutes ago she was a baby. Wow. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will feel the same. How do you feel when so many people from different countries watching you live at the same time? I think it's awesome. I mean, I used to do these walks alone and quietly, just to kind of clear my mind every night. And then I started live streaming them, and suddenly hundreds of people are joining me. And that's great. I really like it. I'm super happy that so many people enjoy watching this. They grow so fast. Everybody says that. Sadly, the man you were with wanted to be a dad. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I mean, we're the same age, right? It's not too late. Bilingual kids don't realize what an advantage they have until high school when they become superhuman. Yeah, well, I'm hoping to make mine trilingual. We'll see if that works or if I will just mess her up. Hey, this looks great at night. Yeah, hi Virtual Japan. Thank you. Good to see you. So Virtual Japan is the guy who introduced me to this app and who helped me improve the quality of my streams. So if you haven't already, I highly suggest that you check out his channel, because if you like my channel, you will most certainly like his channel as well. He does the same thing as I do, except that he does it much better. So go subscribe to his channel now. Also getting lost. Now I actually know where I am. Wow, there's lots of kids, or lots of people at this playground. Not kids though. I think they're adults. Does Japanese society put a lot of pressure? Yeah, complicated question. Please walk around Yokohama. There's a few Yokohama videos on my channel already, but I might do it again. Play some games. Nah. Having kids with another language speaker should be mandatory. I wish I was bilingual so easy. Yeah, I think that's being born into getting several languages would be a really good gift. Because as you get older, it's just very difficult to learn new languages. But definitely, I wish I knew. I got some other exotic language for free as well when I was a kid. But I just learned Swedish and English. Did you give your daughter a Japanese or Swedish name? Both. Virtual Japan, haha, dude, you're so kind. I'm still trying to be as good. Nah, come on, you put way more effort into your videos than I do. You actually edit them, for example, which is one thing I don't. I think, I think I'm a bit of a tech person, but I think you are way more well informed, especially when it comes to like streaming and this kind of stuff. And you do these like 360 videos and whatnot. So kudos to you. My philosophy for my channel is to just keep things as simple as possible, because otherwise I know that I will get bored sooner or later. Okay, I think it's drink time. I do think it's drink time, and because the chat has stopped on my main phone and I need my other hand to get a drink, that means I can't let you choose. Sorry about that. And also it means that I probably have to sit down again somewhere soon. I'm pretty sure that if you could vote, I think a lot of people would be tempted to pick this. But I'm not gonna please you because this flavor is not very nice actually. So I think I will go for this original lemonade. That sounds quite nice. See, everything is very slow when you are only able to use one of your hands. But lemonade or ghetto. Let's see if I can open this bottle. That's easier said than done. So sweaty. Okay. So I'm not able to see any messages until I find a place to sit down. So if you want to say bad things about me behind my back, you should do it now. I think I got a bit lost. I should probably turn here. I'm doing it from my main phone. I'm not running into any battery issues. Actually, I still have like 50% battery left, and it wasn't even fully charged when I started this stream, compared to that iPhone that dies after like less than an hour and a half. Finish that drink really quickly. And there's a trash can over here, so I will be back in the chat very soon. Okay, I am back. Let's go back and see what bad things you said about me. Sparkling ume. Yeah, that's quite nice. Nice flavor as well. Water lemonade ポケスウェット。メロンソーダ。メロンソーダまずいね。美味しいじゃない。I picked my choice. Good. A soft drink in Japan, very sugary. Yeah, they're pretty sugary. Some vitamin C for you. I drink plenty of orange juice for breakfast, so I think there's no vitamin C deficit going on. Are drinks more expensive out of vending machines or the same as stores? Pretty much the same. Not more expensive. We're already 2 hours, new record. Yes. Cheaper shops. Some shops maybe. Not convenience is usually about the same as vending machines, but if you go to more like discount supermarkets, it's cheaper. I always saw. いや、大丈夫。この辺はちゃんよくしてますから。全然問題ない。How did my pick taste? It was not so good. It tasted like this artificial sweetener, which I'm not a fan of. Those of you who have followed me for a while might recognize this beer vending machine. I've featured it in several videos actually. Beer vending machines are somewhat rare, but apparently you need to scan your driver's license in order to use it. I don't think it will accept my Japanese residence card, so I don't think I can use it. I wish my born in Japan Japan is not so great that everybody seems to think. Actually, it's a country with a lot of problems, and I'm certainly happy I was not born in Japan, to be honest. It's a great place to live, but yeah, I wouldn't want to be born and raised here. That's quality of the stream, good, definitely an improvement. Awesome, good to hear. Are you not tired? Oh, I'm getting a bit tired. I've been walking so much today. This way, I think. Japan University. I would definitely not pay for a Japanese university. People in Japan don't even care what they learn in university. It doesn't matter. It's only about the name of the university, not about the knowledge that you gain there, which is a system that I don't agree with at all, and it's just stupid. What age can you drive a car in Japan? I think it's 18, but I'm not sure. Artful Soul is getting deep. Maybe you should try Tinder. That's what I did. Getting windy again. Super quiet here. Not a single person. Video is very good. Oh, thank you, S. Better late than never. You showed up. Is it difficult to learn Japanese? Yes, very difficult. Probably all inside by the aircon. Yeah, probably. We're getting ready for sleep. Let's see how much data we consume tonight. I checked before I started this stream, and it was I had used 11 gigs out of my 100. Let's see what it says now. It's 16 gigs. So only 5 gigs in like an hour and a half. That's pretty good. I did lower the bitrate a little bit because when I did the stream earlier today, we got like dropped frames a few times, but I think today it's been extremely smooth. There was like one place, I think, when it said that the connection or the signal was poor, but good investment. Ooh, I am getting tired. Cheap workers' apartments you pass by, yep. Not to worry, I will rewatch. Of course you will. I know you will. I did Tinder and now I have a date on September 1st. Congratulations! 16 gigs, yeah. But it was 11 gigs before I started the stream, so I only used 5. Yeah, not bad at all. Tinder's like a club and I'm too old for it, I guess. Yeah, maybe. But I mean, there's all kinds of people there, right? Just because like 90% use it for like quick hookups, there's still that remaining 10% who doesn't.何時まで歩きますか？もうそろそろ終わります。ねえ、あそこの橋は二子橋っていうの橋ですけど、そこまで歩きます。そこからは家に帰ります。How do you fixate the camera on yourself? I don't fixate it on myself. I just carry it in my hand on a gimbal. Neon rope だ。そうです。Per-Ola, skumt. Nu laggar det hos mig. Okej. Det händer ibland. Det är inte bra täckning överallt så att sometimes the connection gets a bit flaky. Luck, I have plans, rework. Good luck. Okay, so from here I will actually go down to the river and rest without streaming just for a few minutes, catch my breath, maybe catch up on all those notifications that I have from all my other apps, see if there's anything important, and then I will go home and let my wife get some good sleep. But thank you so much for watching. It's been a great stream. I enjoyed it very much, and this is one for the history books because it's my longest one by far ever. 2.5 hours. No overheating issues, hardly any technical issues. I'm very pleased. I'm very, very pleased. Ashita wa doko kana? そうですね、どこかな？僕もわかんない。まだ明日のスケジュールはまだわかんない。Thanks. Good night. お疲れ様でした。おやすみなさい。ありがとうございます。こちらこそ。Thank you for streaming. Bästa promenaden ever. Ta hand om dig och familjen. Kram. Tack Per-Ola. Thank you for the stream. Oh, 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's pretty long. Love your live walk. Thank you. More cheap units to the right. These ones? Probably cheap, yeah. Next to the highway. Movie for us this stream, yeah. Once again, good night to you and your wife and your daughter. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Take care, good job. Appreciate the hard work. Thank you, Pim. Thank you for being such a loyal fan and supporter. Tack ska du ha. Tack you. Tomorrow he will be tired. I will probably stream tomorrow. Just don't know when. Probably, most likely around 6. but I don't know. ありがとう。いい動画でした。ありがとうございます。お疲れ様でした。ありがとう。Take care. Bye. Good night. Thank you. Good night. See ya. Stay safe. Peace. Thanks for the good video. お疲れ様です。DJ. Good night. Bye. And またね。Bye. Can't speak Japanese. Read. Thanks. Wow. Okay. So many greetings. Thank you all very much. Now I just have to rest a little bit, then I will climb these stairs and head back to Tokyo side. But that's it for now. Thank you all and goodbye and see you tomorrow. おやすみ。ありがとう。またね。